Hello everybody, Boodlyneck here. It's time for another Mods of the Week. Custom Nether Portals is a very simple mod that allows you to build nether portals in any size, shape, orientation, or pretty much any way you can imagine. Fussy Sleep adds a little strategy to sleeping in Minecraft. If you sleep with your armor on, you'll feel it the next day with fatigue. However, if you remove your armor before you go to bed, you'll be rewarded the next day with various random buffs. This mod also adds an improved armor stand behavior to make removing and putting on your armor much easier, which I think is very cool. The Lodestars mod adds a vanilla-friendly teleport system using lodestones and the new item added by this mod, Lodestars. This mod keeps a vanilla feel by only allowing you to have one saved location no matter how many lodestars you craft, but you can always change your saved location whenever you like. Frog Hideout adds a frog-shaped structure that can be found in normal and mangrove swamps. This is a cozy little hideout that's beautifully decorated on the inside and would make an ideal starter base if you're lucky enough to stumble across one. BBL Smart Crafting takes the guesswork out of crafting by showing you what you can craft with what's in your inventory. And even better yet, it can use items from storage containers nearby. And if you have a stone cutter close enough, it can use those recipes as well. The Whaleborne mod adds a new gentle giant called the Hullback. They're usually covered in tons of gunk, and if you take the time to clean them off, they'll be your best friend for life. Once tamed, they can be saddled and armored with dark oak planks, turning them into a full-fledged ship. You'll have to craft a helm to drive your new living ship, and you can find other useful additions in buried treasures and sunken ships. Attaching a sail adds speed. The cannon can fire pretty much anything you can imagine. And the anchor is a must-have to remember where you parked this giant. The Tumbleweeds mod brings a little life to desert and badlands biomes. It simply adds some loot-dropping tumbleweeds that bounce along and occasionally drop some loot they've picked up along the way. Horseshoes brings a few welcome improvements to horses in Minecraft. The biggest addition is a new equipment slot in your horse's inventory that lets you equip horseshoes. These can be enchanted with normal footwear enchantments like Feather Falling, Depth Strider, Soul Speed, and Frostwalker, making horses a little more interesting. This mod also adds a netherite version of horse armor and gives you the ability to add protection enchantments to all horse armors. Silly's Crop XP is a very simple mod that allows you to get experience from harvesting crops. Honestly, I think this just makes sense. Farming is work and you should get experience for it. And this adds another peaceful way that players can get experience if they don't really want to deal with mobs or the nether. The right-click ladder mod makes placing multiple ladders much easier. Simply right-click on a ladder to place more ladders going upward, or sneak right-click on a ladder to place more ladders going downward. This mod does support air placement also, so you don't need blocks behind the ladders. This can be very handy. Kaleidoscope Cookery adds an immersive cooking system to Minecraft. It brings new crops, new cooking tools and equipment, some beautiful new decorative and storage blocks, tables and chairs, and placeable food that not only looks great, but eating the new food can give you some beneficial and questionable side effects. Adorable Hamster Pets is a highly polished mod and much more in depth than you might think. These cute little furballs can come in 73 variants based on location found and breeding. And these little fellas can help you fight off mobs, warn you of danger, help you find diamonds, carry things for you, and maybe most importantly, be your friend. And creepers are scared of them. Explosion Overhaul, a new level of destruction, aims at making explosions more realistic in Minecraft. This mod adds some nice visual effects like a shockwave that extends from the explosion, dust and smoke clouds, and some more subtle touches like blinking redstone lamps. It also adds some new sound effects, and explosions cause much more destruction, leaving more realistic craters behind. Bosses Rise adds some of the most epic bosses to Minecraft that I've ever seen. Currently, it adds 4 very well thought out and extremely polished bosses each with cutscenes, battle music, and fight sequences that will draw you into Minecraft like never before. I just released a full video on that Boss's Rise mod, so if that looks cool to you, I'll leave a link at the end of the video. Anyway, that is all the time we have for this episode. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button, subscribe, do all this stuff, and as always, keep playing, keep having fun. We'll see you guys next time.